Yo, what up, squad? All right, now, you probably are one of those people out there, you either had the PS5 Pro here for a couple days, or you might be one of those people that's out there on the fence, man, about picking up one. You still haven't really made that decision just yet. And listen, man, I get it. But if you are using the PS5 Pro here, you might actually be using it wrong. Well, in this video right here, man, I'm going to be giving you guys more than 21 plus tips and tricks, as well as some bonus ones I'm going to throw in there to help you guys get your PS5 Pro up and set up the right way. And yes, these are actual features and setup things that I have on my PS5 Pro here, as well as my OG PS5 and my PS5 Slim. So let's go ahead and get to it. Now, the first thing that I did with my PS5 Pro here, and that is an exclusive feature that is strictly for the PS5 Pro, and that is turn on the enhanced image quality for PS4 games. Now, to me, this is a crucial one, man, to be able to turn on, because this is going to allow those older PS4 backwards compatible games to basically take full advantage of what the PS5 Pro here has to offer in terms of performance as well as visual quality. And even if it's just a little bit, man, I still feel like it is worth to turn this feature on and use it than not to use it. So to turn this feature on, man, all you guys got to do is go into your settings. You're going to go to screen and video, and you're going to go down to where it says enhance image quality for PS4 games. And then you're going to toggle this on. Now, I need y'all to keep in mind, man, this does mention, and you can look at the little text here. It says, if you experience any unexpected behaviors during gameplay, to toggle this feature back off. So I just need y'all to monitor this game by game, because obviously they've done some testing on their end and they've noticed that certain games might act a little weird. But for me, when I tested using this feature, I haven't seen any issues at all. So just take that for what it is. Now, the second thing that I like to do with my PS5 Pro, or even on my PS5 Slim and OG PS5 that I got right here, and that is set up my microphone to be muted on my controller, because I just don't like just microphones being randomly open unless I have a pair of headphones on. So on the controller, man, I mute this when my PS5 Pro literally turns on and logs into my account. Now, how to do this, all you guys got to do is go into your system settings. You're going to go to sound, and then on the microphone where it says microphone status, when logged in, I just set this to mute. Now, this way, man, my microphone here is just not turned on whenever I'm playing games like COD and like the open chat world, as well as like Fortnite or anything like that, to the point where everybody is not listening to you eating those bag of Cheetos or, you know, some Sour Patch Kids. Y'all know I love my Sour Patches. Now, while we're still in the sound settings area here, man, the next thing I like to do is go down to audio output section and make sure you switch output device to automatically on. This way, whenever you guys are using your gaming earbuds, or even something like the Endzone H9s, or my personal favorite, they are Desi Maxwell's, that gaming output will kick over to those, and I don't have to necessarily manually go in there every time and then switch my audio over. Now, sometimes, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I gotta keep it a bean, it don't always switch over like it should and connect up to a new pair of gaming headphones. So if you guys run into this case right here, then all you guys gotta do is just press the PS button here on your controller, just press it once, and then you're gonna go over to the speaker icon, and in here, you guys can actually switch the game output device manually to your headset or whatever you guys are using. Now, another setting that I like to actually switch and set up, and that is within accessibility under controller. I like to go ahead and set haptic feedback during console navigation, and I turn this on, man, because it's just something about like the feeling of having your haptics on your controller, whether it's either in-game or if you just kind of like navigating around on the PlayStation home screen as well as your setting area. Now, in order for this feature here to actually work, you need to have vibration intensity turned on either weak, medium, or either standard strong setting. Look, I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it right here again, y'all. The DualSense controller, as far as tech goes, I'm telling y'all right now, bro, this controller right here is the king of controllers. And I stand by that, man, 10 toes down. Let me know in the comment, man, what controller y'all rocking, man, and if you like the PS5 DualSense controller or even the Edge controller, because, you know, it's still goated too. Now, another thing, man, you guys can set while you're in the same controller menu, and this is going to be for those people that are out there, man, that like to take their competitive gameplay serious, like I do. All right, now whether you guys are a COD gamer, whether you guys are Fortnite gamer, or whether you're an Apex Legends gamer, listen, I got love for all of y'all. All right, now in here where it says custom button assignments for DualSense wireless controller, here you can actually enable custom button assignments that's actually going to allow you to remap the buttons on your DualSense controller. Essentially, I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's kind of turning it into a pro controller. Now for me, I don't do this on my normal DualSense controller, because this is where I use my DualSense Edge Pro controller for those because I personally need those paddles on the back for that extra advantage. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my drop shot right, all right? And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, man, I'll link a video right up here that you can check out every single thing about this controller. But in short, listen, it's the GOAT, all right? I just wish the battery life on it was a little bit better. But in life, y'all, I guess we can't always get what we want, all right? Now, another thing that I do is mainly more of like a check on my system to just make sure that my device is connected to the internet, how it's actually supposed to be. Because let me tell y'all, on day one, I was installing COD, right? And I was also installing Spider-Man onto my system, and it was saying like 5 freaking hours to complete. And I was like, hold on, bro. Hold on now. Now, I know I got gigabit speeds over here, man, in my space. So I'm like, bro, why is this taking so long? And when I went into my settings, I went to network connections, status, and I saw your boy wasn't connected to my LAN, even though I was plugged in. Yeah, I know. Rookie mistake, all right? Y'all can cook me down in the comments if you want to. It's okay. You know, I can take it. But if you're somebody like me, man, and you also made this mistake, like I did, just go ahead and make sure you switch your LAN connection to make sure you guys are in there. So to do that, all you guys got to do is go to settings and under network and click on set up internet connection. Select your wired LAN that you guys see and then go back to test the internet connection to make sure you guys are getting the speeds that you should. Now, for me, I'm getting somewhere around 800 plus megabits per second as far as the download, which is cool. Although I would have liked the Pro to actually get that 2.5 gigabit connection, but you know, it's all good, all right? Just make sure you guys do that, man, to set up so that way you don't, you know, do the dumb thing that I did, all right? Now, also as a bonus, man, while we in here, as far as the networking area, I know a lot of you guys out there from my previous video that I have right up here for you guys to check out. You can watch it after this video as well as at the end of this video here. A lot of you guys out there was having issues with not getting good Wi-Fi speeds on the PS5 Pro as far as the Wi-Fi 7. So one thing you need to do is go into your settings. You're going to go to network and then settings again. Then you're going to go to set up internet connections, find the Wi-Fi SSID that you guys want to connect to. And on the DualSense controller, you have to press on the options button that's on the right side of your controller here next to the trackpad. And then you're going to see this menu pop up. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. For the longest, y'all, I didn't even know this was a thing that you had to do on the PS5 consoles. But go down to Wi-Fi frequency bands and you either select 5 gigahertz, which is going to be for most people. But if you're somebody like me who have an Eero Max 7, which is a Wi-Fi 7 router, which is by far one of the best routers that I've used, then you have to select 6 gigahertz only option. And now when you guys connect to that 6 gigahertz band from your router and you go ahead and run your speed test, you should be getting way faster speeds than what you was getting before. And trust me, y'all, I have mine set to automatic and that does not work, not one bit. So trust me on this one. Make sure you switch that, man, so that way going forward, you're going to be good to go, all right? Now, this next thing is something that I like to do, even though it's not really a necessary thing you have to do on this console, but I do feel like it's a cool feature to go ahead and link your Apple Music account or whatever accounts that you guys have to your PS5 Pro. Now, this way, I can listen to my music right from my console and sync from my account. This also allows you guys to be able to listen to your music even when you guys are gaming, also pinning on the games that you guys have, which is a dope feature on this console. Then along with this, I can also go ahead and put in my YouTube. I can do Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, all of these different things and applications that I consume on a daily basis. I can download that content right here on this console here and then just log in. And if I want to be able to watch movies, I can do that all from my space here, because remember, the PS5 Pro is not just for gaming, y'all. It's essentially a whole media hub, if that makes sense. Now, this next tip and setup feature is a must if you guys are somebody like me who have multiple PlayStations, and that is turn on console sharing and offline play. So to do this, you guys want to go into your settings, you want to go to users and accounts, and you're going to go to other, and then go down to console sharing and offline play. What this feature does is allow anyone who uses the PS5 Pro to be able to play your games as well as media, even if it's offline. But in order for you guys to play the same games back and forth from one console over to the other console, you have to make sure you turn this feature on. So I have to turn this on my OG PS5 as well as my PS5 Slim before it will let me play it, since it was me logging in from those same accounts. So just make sure you guys turn this feature on to be able to access all of your games from one console over to the next console. Hope that made sense. Another feature that I turn on is log into PS5 automatically under settings, users and accounts, and login settings. Now in here, you guys can turn on the login to PS5 automatically feature. Now what this is going to do is whenever you guys turn on your PS5 Pro, as well as you have Bluetooth turned on, it will automatically log you right into your PS5 Pro and go directly to your home screen whenever you guys boot up your system. Now what this is going to do is just allow you guys to get into the system faster, so that way you can get gaming faster. Now if you got multiple users on your system, it will log in with whoever was the last account logged in from the previous session. So definitely make sure you guys turn this feature on for a way faster way into your system. Now for me, y'all, it's all about customizations and naming my console like you guys see right here. So in order for you guys to rename whatever your PS5 Pro console is going to be, then you guys need to follow these steps within your settings. You're going to go to system software as well as console information. Now in here under name, you can just tap into here and then name your console whatever you guys want it to be. Bonus points for whoever can come up with the best names down in the comment section below, man. I'm pinning the dopest one to the top, so let's go. Now the next thing that I also do right out of the gate, man, and that is enable remote play. Now this is strictly here for my PlayStation Portal. So to do this, you guys need to go into your settings. You're gonna go to system, you're gonna go to remote play and go to enable remote play, and then select the user that you guys want access to this feature, and then you're ready to go. Now if you do have multiple users, you can turn them on for multiple users, or you can just select the ones that you want and keep it moving. Now this next feature, man, is for those people that like to walk away from their PS5 Pro consoles for a little while, and then that little while turn into a long time, and by that time you come back, then your controller battery is dead. All right, now this feature right here is strictly for you guys. All right, now this is a feature here where you can have your DualSense controller here automatically turn off after a certain amount of time. And for me, I personally have mine set to 10 minutes. This will be a huge, trust me y'all, this is a huge battery saver for your DualSense controller, because as you guys know, the DualSense controller batteries is not the best, all right? And PlayStation automatically turns this feature off by default, so you definitely want to make sure you turn this feature on. Now, the next tip is to go ahead and upgrade your NVMe M.2 drive and setting the location of where you want your games to be downloaded. So first, you want to go ahead and install your M.2 SSD drive that you guys have. Now, I'll have a video right up here that's going to show you step by step of exactly how to do this. All you got to do is just unscrew and take the plates off, put it back in there, and then put everything back together. Trust me, it's super easy to be able to do. So if you want to know how to do that, watch that video that I have right up there. But after you guys do that, I need you to go into your settings. You're going to go to storage, and you're going to go to installation location, and where it says PS5 games and PS4 games and apps, you want to select this to be the new M.2 SSD storage that you guys just installed. This way, any games that you guys download will go onto the drive versus going onto your internal storage. Now, the next thing is a crucial one, y'all, that I feel like this is going to give you guys the full experience that you need to get out of your PS5 Pro console, and that is connected up to your TV speakers or a pair of 3D audio headphones, and that is set up the sound quality output from your PS5 Pro. So to do this, you want to go into your settings, you want to go to sound, and if you guys have this connected to a TV and speaker setup, then you're going to go under 3D audio for TV speakers and tap on setup 3D audio, and it's going to walk you guys through a quick sound test, and it's going to send out a signal to optimize the space and sound for your specific room. So it will measure your walls, it's going to measure the furniture that you guys have in there, and it's going to optimize that sound quality and give you guys the best immersive audio experience, which is, to me, a really dope feature out of this console. And then if you guys have a pair of 3D audio headphones, then you guys can do the exact same thing. It's going to walk you guys through that. So I highly recommend you guys go through this before you even start playing any freaking games on the PS5 Pro, because even though gaming is dope, but it's always the audio, man, that's gonna take it to a whole nother level, all right? Now, the next thing I like to do is turn all the way down my freaking controller speaker. Now, this is gonna be pinning on your personal preference, because for some people, they like having the audio coming out of their controller, but for me, I don't really care for it, all right? Especially if I use headphones and it's the only audio that I need. So I turn this all the way down so that way I don't have to worry about hearing it. And again, this is also gonna help save you guys on battery life. So to do this, all you guys gotta do is go into your settings. You're gonna go to sound, go to volume, and where it says controller speaker, you just gonna turn that slider all the way down, and then just like that, man, you good to go. Because I don't need to hear anything coming from my controller, all right? Dope feature. but nah, I'm good. Now this next one, man, is for those people out there that like to basically clip certain good parts of their games whenever you guys are playing COD, or say you do something dope in the game, you want to be able to clip that and be able to share it out there online, right? The best way to be able to do this that I've found is switching the video format. And I talked about this in yesterday's video, but that's switching the video format from WebM file to an MP4 file. Now to do this, you just go to your settings, go to captures and broadcast, captures, video clip format, and under file type, this is where you want to change this. Now, the reason that I do this is because I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, it is a hassle trying to convert that WebM file into something that's, you know, editing tools can even recognize. Plus, the quality, if I'm being real with y'all, is just not the best. And I always say, PlayStation, man, they really need to change this feature to allow us to record 4K gaming. But again, whole nother video for another day. But just keep in mind, those WebM files is going to be better quality as far as being in 4K, but the MP4 file is going to be more than enough for people to be able to post on social as well as texting somebody. But I do need you to keep in mind, if you do want it in 4K quality, you will have to keep it in that WebM file and figure out a way to be able to convert it over. But it being in an MP4 file, man, you are forced to choose 1080p, which again is more than enough for posting on socials. And on this screen right here, you can also include your mic as well as your party audio if you like as well. For me, since I do a lot of content creation here, depending on whatever I'm filming for, I'll switch this on or off based on kind of the needs of what I'm needing the audio for. Now, if I know I'm going to do a voiceover or something like that, then I'll just keep the game audio and then not include my microphone as well as my party audio. But that's all gonna be for you to decide. So you're just gonna have to figure that out on your own. So now that you guys have all of the setting stuff done, I immediately I removed the default Astro Room Playbot, which is a default dope game that's on PlayStation that they put on your system here so you can get the full experience of basically what the PS5 DualSense controller can actually do. So if you've never actually played it, then I highly recommend you do, but it shows you pretty much every single dope feature of this controller, man, in a top tier level, all wrapped in one single game. But since I've already played it multiple times, I just go ahead and delete it from my system because I would rather free up that space on my console for games that I prefer to have in this place. Also, shout out to PlayStation for only taking up about 14 gigabytes of storage space for their software, which is really dope, man, because I feel like you're getting way more of your internal 2 terabyte storage than what we were getting, you know, before, where it was taking up I think it was taking up like 100 to 200 gigabytes of storage space just using their software. So shout out to PlayStation for getting that software space down. Now, the next tip, man, is cleaning up your homepage from a bunch of stuff that you guys don't really care to actually see. So for me, I don't really care to see all this unnecessary gaming stuff on my old games that I've played that I'm just over at this point. So to clean this up on your homepage a little bit, man, you're gonna go under the games tab at the top, and then now it's your welcome home screen. You're gonna be able to see a bunch of the news and gaming clips. You just go over and then you're gonna click on this here, and then this is where you're gonna be able to select the filters of what you guys would like to see and what you pretty much want access to. Now, I do this just because it's just a whole lot easier and just cleaner to be able to kind of see, you know, certain things that you want recommended to you, or just, you know, some things that you want to see and just some things you don't want to see. So I just recommend playing around with this to see what you guys want versus what you don't want. And the very last thing that I have to do, man, and that is set up my quick settings menu when I press on the PS5 button here on the controller. Because listen, y'all, I hate having to scroll all the way through to the end just to be able to power down my console. Like, I feel like this is one of those things that I use the most, so why don't I move it all the way up front? So in order to do this, man, just press the PS button on your controller and then press the customize button on the controller. And here, man, you can just set whatever you guys want to have within your quick settings menu, and you can either move it around, you can move some things down, you can remove them. All of the different optimizations and customizations that you want to do, you can do right here. And then once you guys got it set, like I do, I think I have my home screen, I got my power button, game quick switcher, download, my music app, my mic, as well as my audio icons, and just a few other different things. But I recommend you guys set this up based on what you personally are going to be using it for and what you're going to be using the most. Trust me, y'all, it's a whole lot cleaner and save you a lot of time. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. Just wanted to give you guys a bunch of different setup tips as well as tricks, man, to have with this PS5 Pro console here that I recommend that you guys have set up on your console. But to be fair with you guys, all except the first one that I mentioned in this video will work with the PS5 Slim as well as the OG PS5 as well. So let me know, man, down in the comment section below which one of these tips and tricks that you didn't even know about that I helped you guys out on. Let me know again down in the comments. You know I'm always down in there hanging out with you guys, man. Now, if you found value in this video, then go ahead and click on that like button down below. And let's do 2,000 likes, man, for this video, because y'all been crushing it on my last video, man. So let's just keep it going. As well as if you guys are new here, click on that subscribe button down below, man, as we getting closer and closer to that 200,000 subscriber mark, because ain't no stopping what we doing over here, all right? Now, if you guys want to see me hit that goal, man, then again, click on that subscribe button and let's elevate, all right? See y'all in the next one. Happy gaming, squad. We out.